Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. Sign up for a 1-week free trial, no credit card required, for access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts. Checking in on natural gas, starting with the weekly time frame, then we'll look at UNG. So I've switched over to the NGZ 2017 contract with the rollover and the end of the month here in October. And we have very clearly broken down and broken support levels. So we ended the week at the lowest price that we've seen since back in April of 2016. And remember when we were down at 16-year lows back in February of 2016. So we are still extremely weak. Looking at the monthly time frame for a longer term perspective, we saw a bounce play out. We saw a lower low or a lower high form and then a lower low. A lot of bear volume, and the bears back in full control of the overall trend. So bearish is the way to be playing it. The daily time frame falling apart. The bull moves that we do have, there are some gains to be had there, but have to be very cautious because we are playing against the trend. So ideally, I personally would only be playing bullish for day trades and looking to play bearish for swing trades, as that has had a very significant gain, very significant follow through for these bears, specifically since back in September of 18th, where we hit this high and have pulled back pretty much ever since then. There was a little bit of bullish action leading up into that, but of course that was all erased with the end of the week dump. So the 4-hour time frame at this point is very oversold, and we can be watching for a short-term bull entry, although we'll have to see where we open Sunday or tonight when the markets open back up. If we see a gap down, that is absolutely a gap down for buying, because this 4-hour RSI is down in the low 20s, and we just scroll back historically and see what happens when the RSI dips to 20, and time again, that's where the bounce originates from. So we can dip just below 20. It's not a solid brick wall of support, but that is an indication of all of our historical data that that's a time to be looking for an oversold bounce to play out for some nice gains. Hourly time frame saw a little bit of a bounce play out at the end of the day. It did cool off that RSI from extreme oversold single-digit levels, but not a significant follow-through, and we still need this 4-hour time frame for that RSI to cool off as well. So looking for a short-term oversold bounce, but knowing the overall trend is bearish, short-term is the key word. UNG, gap down, all-out dump. It was a bullish reversal candlestick after that dump due to the close at the end of the week, and we need to see a break of 613 to be looking to fill some of this gap. There's a gap back up to 625, but again, just looking for a lower high and for the bears to remain in control, as the weekly time frame has been rejecting. Look at this middle Bollinger Band resistance, rejecting the price 6 of the last 7 weeks very clearly, and the lowest close we've seen in years. So natural gas bears, full control, short-term bounce anticipated, and that short-term bounce can be used as a bearish entry opportunity. If you don't want to be playing bullish because of the overall trend, you're waiting patiently for the 4-hour RSI to cool off and for the bulls to set a lower high somewhere in the low $3 range. I'd be looking at about 305 or so, and if we get that weakness, we can be looking for a bearish entry, but I don't like any bearish entries until we get that oversold bounce because we are so extended to the downside. So that's where we stand as we head into next week. Oil is breaking out. Natural gas is falling apart. So the energy sector has a bit of a mixed bag overall in terms of what the different commodities are doing. So I'm bullish oil and bearish natural gas. Thanks again. Have a great weekend. We'll see you soon.